I never called you an anti-semite. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
you just say I should die.
You should not.
No,
Did you just say I should be killed?
No.
Well, that explosive comment or moment, no pun intended, led to someone getting banned from CNN. So the topic of discussion actually wasn't Gaza or Israel's broadening war in the Middle East. They were specifically talking about Donald Trump's Madison Square Garden's rally and the backlash that came as a result of that rally. And that's when this happened.
I get it. Nobody wants to be called Nazis. It's very inflammatory. But if you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing.
You're called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is
that
you
just say I should die.
You should not.
No,
did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did your guest just say I should be killed on live TV?
I said I hope you're.
Let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
You said I'm a big supporter
of the Palestinians.
Hamas.
Guys, let me stop.
Palestinians.
Are you?
Am I what? No, of course I'm not.
Palestinians
I apologize.
Are you a racist, violent person inciting violence against
Ryan?
That's
disgusting. That is completely.
I apologize.
Good job, CNN. Let's have first block say the Muslim guy should be blown up.
I apologize.
On TV.
Don't say then I apologize. You literally.
I thought he said Hamas.
You didn't think I said Hamas. I said I supported Palestinian rights.
Yes, I did.
So the individual that you hear arguing with Mehdi Hasan is Ryan Girdusky, who is a conservative, and essentially implied that Mehdi Hasan, because of his support of Palestinian people, Palestinian civilians, is some sort of terrorist. But I just want to be clear. Everyone seems to be making this about Mehdi Hasan calling him a Nazi and him implying that he's a terrorist. I hate that rhetoric, and I don't find that discourse helpful at all. And that is in regard to both sides. I'm just keeping it real. I don't think it is helpful to go around calling people Nazis. The conversation immediately devolves, it's not helpful. But that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the fact that he implied violence against Mehdi Hasan, okay? He referenced the exploding pagers that Israel sent over to Lebanon in order to take out members of Hezbollah. And so you had these mini explosions all throughout Lebanon. Obviously people got hurt, obviously people got killed, including, individuals who were anywhere around the Hezbollah militants who had possession of those exploding pagers. So what he was referring to, or what he was referencing, is something that was incredibly violent. And mentioning that in regard to Mehdi Hasan, I think is the real issue here.
Yeah, it's not close. That's definitely the real issue. So look, let's break apart his lies too. He said, well, I thought he said he supported Hamas. Well, number one, he never said that. You implied that. Number two, wait a minute, that was after your beeper comment that you asked him that. So what are you talking about? After the beeper comment, you said, don't you support Hamas? So you made the beeper comment before that. Okay, so then let's just be super clear about his lies.
That's a great point, yep.
Okay, and then the last part of it is, so let's say that he said, hey, Hamas is terrorists, but they're also resistance fighters against the occupation. They're both things, or whatever he said, right? He didn't say any of that, but let's say he said it. Would that then justify threatening to kill him? Because he's like, oh, well, I thought he said Hamas, so that's why I was threatening that he should be killed. No, that's not you don't threaten to kill people no matter what on television. That's insanity. That's insanity. And so I'm tired of the supporters of Israel and their constant threats. Threat after threat after threat. And so look, the one good thing is that it's a little bit of a new day in America, because before, in my lifetime, if Mehdi Hasan complained about any of that, he'd be kicked off, right? I've had people call anyone who supported Palestinians, including me, anti-Semitic, a terrorist, Hamas supporter, banned, canceled, fired, etc. So the fact that CNN actually supported Mehdi Hasan is credit to them and to a changing world.
Yeah, and it's, look, put the shoe on the other foot. Imagine if Mehdi Hasan said something along the lines of, oh, you're an Israel supporter. Well, I hope a Hezbollah missile doesn't hit your house.
Yeah, banned forever and ever and ever.
I mean, I would condemn that in the strongest possible terms because it is implying that someone is deserving of violence over their personal views on a controversial issue and an awful war that continues in the Middle East.
And one more thing about the arrogance of the Israeli side. They're like, oh, you're criticizing Israel. Yeah, just go ahead, touch a product that Israel's touched. Go ahead. Ha, we'll kill you. We'll kill you, okay? Go ahead, buy an Israeli product, go ahead. Yeah, oh, you criticize Israel? How dare you? Not you attack Israel, you criticize someone criticizing Palestinian 2-year-olds for being terrorists. That's Rudy Giuliani at that rally. Like even saying, hey, can you please not kill our 2-year-olds?
Right.
Oh yeah, did you buy an Israeli-made product or a product that touched Israel at all? I hope you did, because then we'll kill you. Okay, great, that's wonderful. This guy turns out to be a white nationalist, racist piece of crap anyway.
So I was unfamiliar with him. I knew nothing about him. And it turns out that he's actually worked alongside Richard Spencer in the past. Richard Spencer has confirmed this. So in 2010, for instance, Girdusky wrote 2 pieces for Spencer's alternative right website, Roadmap to Nowhere in November and Whiteout in October, both under his real name. In Whiteout, Girdusky bemoaned the focus on suicides of gay teenagers, saying, no one cared to mention the white middle class men who take their own lives. And in addition to his work with Project Ohio Values PAC, Girdusky is the founder of 1776 Project PAC. Aiden Buzzetti is the president of that project, 1776, but he's also the president of Bull Moose Project, which held a special event on Hitler's birthday. I don't know. I mean, like,
Christ,
look,
man.
You don't want to be called Hitler. I wouldn't rub shoulders with people like this. Like, come on. Or you don't want to be called a Nazi. I wouldn't rub shoulders with people like this. But anyway, let's move on to CNN's reaction in response to all of this, because they went to break, and then Abby Phillip comes back and explains that what had just happened was unacceptable. Let's take a look.
I want to apologize to Mehdi Hasan for what was said at this table. It was completely unacceptable. When we get this discussion started, you'll see that Ryan is not at the table. There is a line that was crossed there, and it's not acceptable to me. It's not acceptable to us at this network. We want discussion. We want people who disagree with each other to talk to each other. But when you cross the line of a complete lack of civility, that is not going to happen here on this show. It's a heated time. We're in the middle of a political season. We are 8 days from a presidential election. But we can have conversations about what is happening in this country without resorting to the lowest of the lowest kind of discourse.
And then later, when they came back from break to continue with the panel discussion, not only was Girdusky missing, so was Mehdi Hasan. And so after the fact, Abby Phillip provided some clarity as to why Mehdi wasn't there.
As you may have seen, Ryan was asked to leave the show, and we have put out a statement saying that he's not welcome back on our air. There is a line here on this program, and it was crossed. But I want to be clear as well that we did not ask Mehdi to not come back. In fact, we really wanted him to come back and finish the show. We had a lot to talk to him about, and we really hope that he'll join us again soon.
So that's how CNN reacted to it. There is some anger among those who are supportive of Girdusky.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
I mean, yeah, but I mean, don't reference like violence towards someone you disagree with politically on an issue, and that's what happened in that segment. Again, the name calling, I don't like it. I don't support it. I don't think that it's conducive to a useful or substantive conversation, but that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the pager comment. And then, Cenk, look, you mentioned the arrogance and bravado among Israel supporters who provide cover for any atrocity that Israel does. It really disgusts me, but it goes even further than that, right? It's what I feel like they're messaging, right, in the case that we're talking about now, but also in a case that you yourself experienced, was disagree with us and there will be consequences. And I find that very disturbing. So here's what I'm talking about when it comes to the run-in that Cenk had on Piers Morgan's show with someone whose father was a co-founder of Hamas. Then he was captured by the Israelis and now serves as an Israeli agent. Let's watch.
The Iranian nuclear program is going to be destroyed. And anyone who gets in the way, it doesn't matter where they are, even if they are politicians in the West, they are going to fall. Cenk, you are going to be defeated.
Did you hear what he just said? He threatened politicians in the West that if they don't agree with Israel's war against Iran, that they're going to fall. And remember, he's an Israeli agent. Are you saying that Israel will murder politicians in the West or get rid of them politically through bribery or whatever else? What do you mean the politicians in the West will fall if they don't agree to back Israel's war against Iran?
Yeah, we will not vote for them anymore.
Oh, no, well, you don't vote for them now. You're not in our country. What do you mean the politicians will fall?
We live in democracy, and we have the right to bring them up and to bring them down. Those who agree with Ayatollah, we don't want them in office. And all the sympathizers with terrorists like yourself, we don't want them even to be in our country.
Who is we, and how are you bringing down politicians in the West if they dare to defy Israel? Tell me how you're bringing them down.
I already answered you that.
Are you going to murder them or are you going to bribe them?
Super disturbing, to say the least.
You know, I was so busy yelling at him, I didn't realize until this viewing that he said in the middle, sympathizers and terrorists like yourself, when he was issuing the threat.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to fall too. So look, guys, this is a guy who I don't know where he's getting his money from. He doesn't have a job and he has tons of money. He has a bot operation that follows him wherever he goes. That's like well known now. And so there's some money behind this guy. So Girdusky might be random. I don't know about him, okay?
Yeah, I think he made a stupid comment. I just don't think it's ever acceptable to threaten anyone with violence because you disagree with them. Your interaction with this guy was, in my opinion, even more disturbing. And that was a threat, Cenk. That was a threat on air. And like Piers Morgan just like let it fly.
By the way, Piers Morgan didn't say a word. Like whenever I say something, interrupt within 10 to 15 seconds if his beloved Trump is criticized, right? But this guy threatens my life and Piers didn't kick him off. Piers didn't say anything negative about him, etc. That guy's all over the media. I know he looks ridiculous. He looks like an idiotic Borat, but like in real life. But when he starts, but remember, he's an Israeli agent.
Yep.
And so when he starts threatening to, politicians and me, and says anyone who's criticized Israel is he said is a terrorist. You know what Israel thinks of terrorists? If they call you a terrorist, and remember they say almost every Palestinian male they killed in Gaza is a terrorist. So if you're a Muslim male and Israel thinks you're a terrorist, they kill you. So this is getting totally out of hand. And yet, and why does this happen? Is it because Israel is like some sort of ethnic background that is so special and different? No, it's humanity. Anytime any group has absolute power, then it corrupts absolutely.
Yeah, they feel emboldened.
And that isn't about Israel, that's about America. America is saying, green light, doesn't matter. Genocide, totally wipe out northern Gaza. They killed 90 people today for what? All the Hamas leaders are dead. All the Hezbollah leaders are dead. They just keep bombing and starving northern Gaza. They're trying to occupy southern Lebanon. Not going as well for them there, right? But all of this, and America goes, thank you, sir. May I have another? May I have another war? Please, sir, here's another 26 billion, sir. How much is enough? And that's why guys like this are emboldened to say all over American media, oh yeah, sure. If they're criticizing Israel, threaten their lives. And nothing's gonna get done about it. At least again, credit to CNN for kicking him off and saying he's never coming back on. So, and again, and he said it to a progressive. I can't believe CNN had a progressive on. and kicked off the guy who threatened the progressive. So that's your silver lining in this story.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.